we come to season 4, and, and the a couple of the characters are going to college at this point.
Yep. Yeah, we've got everybody going in different directions. The girls go off to college. Xander goes to see the world. Supposedly, that doesn't last long.
No.
Giles is lost. He has nothing to do. The Slayers moved on to college.
Right. So, this season is basically the characters have to refine themselves.
Right.
You know? Like a normal in your life. Like, okay, after high school, what am I doing now? And it's not guaranteed that we're going to be together all the time now. So, but I mean, for the most part, the Scooby Gang stays intact. Enter Riley Finn. It's season 4. This is his Buffy's new love interest.
Right, her first love interest since Angel left.
Right. So, they, like you said before, they kind of
which really isn't that long. It's summer.
No.
Like teenage romance should be, no matter how passionate or real you think it is. That's what happens when you break up. You move on. It's
right.
Over. And within a summer, you're looking for love,
and
or
then,
it happens.
Then they hint at that Riley's different. He's not. But
yeah, there are hints that Riley and his buddies are a little different.
Right. So
they're not just regular college kids. You get that early on.
So so one of the main villains is Dr. Walsh, Maggie Walsh.
Maggie, yeah.
She's running this kind of like a Black Ops demon hunting,
supernatural Black Ops government organization.
Right.
Called the Initiative.
Right. And they have their eye on Buffy.
Yeah, they're in Sunnydale this year.
But this is also where one of the main seasons where they bring back Spike.
Yep, Spike returns. He gets captured by the Initiative. It's hilarious.
Right.
The Initiative, the way they got him, he's talking some mad junk. Boom, he's done. He's electrocuted. He's shocked up, ready to go, put in a cell.
Right. And then they experiment on him and give him plant a device where he can't feed on humans.
Yeah, he can't hurt anyone anymore.
So they basically put a shock collar on him.
Yeah, but a serious one. Like,
right.
It's like it'll put you down. Like, you can't do it. The harder he tries, the more it hurts.
Which this starts on a different path for Spike. It's still gonna be Spike, but it's the start of the character's evolution. So, and then,
this chip kind of starts to, in a way, subdue the Spike side of the what's going on. William, the bloody, or before that, William starts to come through more. The person,
right,
starts to not. It's like he's almost repossessing the demon in a way. In that way, he's like,
right. But
this shock collar is it's subduing the vampire urges in him, allowing the rest of him that was just what he took over at William to start showing through.
Right.
It's a different dynamic to vampires and stuff. Yeah. I've never seen or heard anything like it. I like the Buffy versus original. All the shows we're going to talk about are very original in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Is very original. It's nothing. They have the names in common.
Right. But other than that, it's its own.
I know you haven't seen Spartacus, but man, you need to watch that. Have you seen Spartacus? You've seen them all? Yeah. Okay, sweet. Wait, what were we talking about? You haven't seen originals?
Yeah.
Okay. That's another one I think you should watch. That's where it's up to you after that. Because I've watched some of the Legacy. Watched the first couple seasons of that. I haven't watched them all yet, but there are.
Oh yeah, I'll check out originals.
Yeah,
I think I started it, and then something happened. I just haven't got back to it.
Okay.
So, anyways, so Dr. Walsh starts getting interested in the Slayer, and
yeah, she's really like
the
initiative is the scientist teacher, Dr. Walsh, who has had a positive influence on Buffy, loves her. Buffy's like now correcting Giles with Maggie Walsh stuff. Who is
Yeah,
this Maggie Walsh?
right,
Who's this bitch that's replaced me? Giles is already feeling he's useless. Now he's feeling replaced, with this Maggie Walsh, who is happy. He knew the initiative. He knew it. He knew she couldn't have been a good person.
right. And I mean, and this organization is almost like giving steroids to their
Yeah,
soldiers.
they're
Some
putting
kind of
drugs into
chemical.
their
Yeah,
soldiers to make them more powerful, more obedient, more focused.
right. And it's addictive
Yeah,
because
it's power. They're giving them
yeah.
power. They're
So
they're experimenting on the demons they're capturing. So if they can use and meld demons together, they will. And then they meet the Slayer who can beat all these demons, and so they're real interested in her. What
right,
is this?
and
Because at this point, this military organization doesn't think of it as supernatural.
no,
They think of these things as just monsters, like beings.
right,
They are. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are, but she doesn't believe in the. They don't believe in the mystical side of it, like most
no,
governments.
right.
They believe in the science side of it.
There's a science side, and
the nature side of it.
they're gonna
Right,
crack that code.
right. And the Slayer is really interesting
Right.
to Maggie.
So and then
So she brings Buffy and allows Buffy into the fold because she's interested in learning about her.
Right.
Things she wouldn't have done normally, but she
right,
really wants to know.
right. But also, she's not liking the Riley and the Buffy
Right.
getting together because that's going to interfere with her soldier, and she won't like that because he's going to start listening more to Buffy's what she has to say than what
Yeah,
she
she doesn't care at first until she sees the dynamic and she sees that he's now asking questions that he would have never asked because of this little bitch. That's how she looks at it. You
right,
can tell.
exactly.
You can tell she looks at Buffy as a bitch. That's
Right.
the word that comes to my head when I see her. We'll look at Buffy a bunch of times. There's a bunch of times I'm like, man, if Buffy seen that, if she was me, I would have seen her look at me like that. I see how people look at me.
Right.
And so I would have said, what the fuck? What's your problem? Buffy just missed the looks. There's a couple times I was like,
Well, yeah,
ugh.
because she's
And the
she's
one
like
time, obviously, it was behind a camera. There's a couple other times I was like, man, if Buffy would have seen that, I hope she would have said something.
But the Walsh is starting to become her new mentor. That's
Right,
why she's
right.
Stop
So she
looking at
doesn't
those looks
see that, right?
right now. Yeah.
She's looking up to Walsh. Walsh is just interested in her because of her power.
Right. And then
And then that she sees Buffy corrupting Riley is when she ups the jealousy hate factor.
Yep.
Because she's jealous that Buffy has power.
Right.
As a scientist, man, wish I could harness that. I wish I could have that.
Right. And then what's going on with Walsh also is she is piecing together a demon soldier.
Right.
Kind of
She's making her own Frankenstein named Adam.
So
her son.
Right.
Well, he calls her mother all the time.
Right. So but he Adam ends up killing Walsh and freeing himself and using the teaching she's taught him to go.
Right. He takes literally what she says, which is pretty standard. Turn everybody into something like me and take over the world.
Yep. And
he's a powerful cybernetic monster, magic, all in one. He's just very
right. Like I said,
he's truly the villain of the season in the end.
Right. And
Maggie is the Frankenstein. Adam is the monster.
Right.
So it's just like that. First you learn all about Frankenstein, Maggie. Then she's dead, gets killed by the mob, her own creation.
Right.
That's usually it. Usually your own creation.
Right.
And then Frankenstein is what we're here for. We want to see this motherfucker. But she was the best Dr. Frankenstein ever, in my opinion. So I got to give them that.
Right.
Even though they did a Frankenstein episode earlier on, this was another level.
It's basically a Dr. Frankenstein with military applications. That's what I like. It kind of combined the two, where you got the secret black.
Right. You had and magic. So you had it all. You had like these 3 or 4 elements of creature in one. You had the monster, the demon, which was magic. You even had like some like you could see the future. You could feel spells didn't work on him.
Right.
Like when the rest of the town was under Jonathan's spell, he saw right through it. He's like, this will all fade. It's not real.
Right.
And everybody else was in love with Jonathan. He knew that it's a spell. It didn't affect him. He was a different kind of creature. He was unique, and he saw that his uniqueness made him say, unlike Frankenstein, who just wanted to fit in, this one said, "Hey, I'll just make you all me.
Right.
We'll all be atoms. Y'all be lesser versions, but y'all still be like me."
So I mean, so he ends up getting his own crew together, vampires mostly, and he wants, but he wants to re-image even vampires. He wants to,
Right, right. He wants to repurpose the creatures for better cause in his mind. They can be used to make me my army.
right,
Literally, he has aspirations to literally take over the world.
right,
In a Adam way, in a Frankenstein way. I'm gonna make everybody like me. It's human. All the humans will be me, and everything else will either fit in or be destroyed by me.
right. So I mean, I've
He's an AI, magic, demons, all this stuff wrapped up into one.
yeah. So the Scooby Gang has to stop him.
They try, kicks their butts. He busts them up a bunch. They decide the only way they can do it is to mystically Frankenstein themselves. And that's one of my favorite episodes of all. It really is that episode where they're arguing, they're fighting, everything's going down, and then the Scooby Gang is falling apart. It's just everybody hates each other. Spike gets him broken up, because he's working with Adam. He gets them all at each other's throat.
Mhm.
But when Xander's like, Willow's gay, and Giles is like, bloody hell. All that whole ending, that part of the season is just it's what solidified that Buffy is unstoppable. It's going to become, I knew then it was going to become comic books. If it wasn't already, I didn't know about that they were. I don't think they were yet. I knew that it was going to, do it all. It was going to just do all that stuff. It was done. It was an icon for good. They got the perfect characters. Like you see, people knew Spider-Man's born. They didn't say, "Oh, this character." With Buffy, this it's going on forever.
Right.
There'll be more stuff to come for sure, and it's still going in comics.
And I mean, so I believe this is the one where they used a missile launcher to stop them. Is that right?
Who are we talking about?
Adam didn't.
No, remember? Okay, so it goes. I got you. So the initiative is Adam creates a Trojan horse within the initiative. Secretly, he has an offshoot base within the initiative that nobody knows about, and he's helping the initiative. He's got the monsters working with him. Their monsters working together. It's weird as fuck. Even the Scooby Gang notices. What the fuck? These demons are working together? A vampire and this demon? What the fuck is going on? We captured them real easy. And so he's creating a Trojan horse by capturing all the demons, having the initiative capture all the demons. And now the demons are going to kill the humans. The humans are going to kill the demons once he releases the cages. They're going to tear each other apart. He's got all the body parts he needs to make more
Adam, right?
So he kills Gunn. Gunn becomes an Atom. Not Gunn. What do I call him? Gunn. I can't think of his name.
I
Riley's friend.
Yeah, it's Riley. We'll just call him Riley's friend.
Riley's friend. Dang, I ain't seen it in a while, and I forgot his name. I never liked this dude though. And sometimes when I don't like you, I your name. It's like people I meet in real life. Suddenly, you can tell me your name 10 times and I forget it. In video games with people I've played with for months, year, sometimes I look at their name to remember what I want to call them, just because how my name thing works. So I can't remember his name, but I thought of Gunn, so that was pretty racist. But that's cool.
Okay.
But yeah, he turns him. Adam releases the demons, all that. Riley finds out he's got a chip. He can be controlled. He's pissed. He ends up overriding the chip and cutting the chip out of himself and freeing himself, helping the gang. They fight Adam. Buffy, Xander, Willow, and Giles get together and they go defeat Adam. How they do it is Buffy heads off to attack Adam, while Xander, Giles, and Willow become, in essence, a Voltron. They get their energies together Willow's is the mind, Giles is the essence,
yeah. Okay, now
Xander
I'm
is the
remembering.
heart, Buffy is the vessel.
Now I
And they
remember it.
put their energies into Buffy. And Adam's talking shit at this point, whipping Buffy's ass all over the place, handing it to her, like I'm gonna age myself in this one, but how George Foreman handed it to Joe Frazier. He's just mopping the floor with Buffy, and then Buffy gets they become the super Buffy or the Scooby Buffy, whatever you call them, and she just starts kicking Adam's ass. She starts using magic, putting it like he pulls out a missile launcher to fire at her, and she just
That's where
puts
I
it
got that
away.
from. Okay.
And then yeah, she does this is a badass martial arts, whoops his ass, reaches in his chest with an attack and pulls out his core. And that's what keeps him alive was his nuclear power core.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that was the only way to defeat him, but get that out of him. So and the essence go back, and that's not the last episode. The last episode, they have a dream together, or the similar dreams, where they have these weird dreams. A guy with the cheese. Everybody's dream is weird. Everybody's involved. Some personal thing with them,
Right.
and then that's how that season ends. They
Okay.
defeated Adam. Then they have an episode. It's like an off episode, like an ending episode, where
Right.
they're all at Buffy's house. They went to watch movies, and they all pass out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Go into dreamland and have these weird dreams.
Well, that's
That's where you first have a hint of the original Slayer, where you get the original Slayer.
Okay.
And then that's the final episode.
Okay. And that's also where the Dawn Summers character.
Yeah. That's the first time where you see Dawn.
Where they end with left everyone confused, like, what?
Yeah, who the hell is Dawn? Right.
Right.
That's how it ends.
So that's how season 4 ends.